Hey guys, Kevin the Comic Doctor coming into another live CGC unboxing. Tonight we have, that's right, 4 boxes to unbox tonight, guys. And you know what? 3 more arrived today. So you better hit that notification bell right now so you'll be the first to know when I go live again, probably later this week with, maybe more than 3 because I've got a lot of books at CGC right now and there always seems to be books on their way back. Anyways, guys, how you doing? I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser, also an authorized CGC dealer located up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And like I said, this is a CGC unboxing. We deal with comic books here, my friends. So if you like comic books and comic book collectings and all things comic books, this is probably the place for you. You are in good company. So I sure hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. Again, liking the content. And like I said earlier, hit that notification bell. You never know when I'm going to go live. Sometimes it's very impromptu. Today it was kind of planned, but you never know. All right, guys, we better get to it. I do have a lot of books to get through. Oh, and by the way, we do go to our chat room. Once my comic stack builds up to a point where it's unmanageable, I have to repack them up. And while I do that, I go over to the chat section. If you want to head over to the chat section and take part as well, and I sure hope you'll consider doing that, you have to hit that subscribe button in order to take part in the chat. We can talk about anything you like, so long as it pertains to comic books and comic book collecting and collecting as a whole. We can have some great conversations over there. Okay, let's get to it, guys. The first book we have, it's a big one actually, right off the bat. We have a giant size X-Men #1 in a 7.0. And this one here was also, well, we have a few of these, I think. A Hulk 181 and a 5.0. Right off to a good start, right? Then we have a signature series book. We have, and I think this might have been a reholder. Was it a reholder? No, it wasn't a reholder. This is signed by Chris Claremont. X-Men 266 and a 9.6. And this was not a reholder. This was actually recently signed. And we also have a copy, a lower grade copy of Sandman. Yeah, some water damage on the back here. You can see the water damage there. And that got hit, and it's down to a 5.0. Again, guys, modern books. If you've got staining like that on a modern book or any kind of significant defect, they are going to crucify the grade. No matter how much you press the book or clean the book, if there's remnants, they're going to get you. They're a little more friendly when it comes to things like, when it comes to Golden Age books. In fact, Golden Age books, it's a whole different animal altogether. Golden Age books can have staining and other problems and still sometimes garner a pretty darn good grade. But, like I said, modern books, no. All right, oh, look at this. We've got a really nice, it's too bad it's not... verified, but nonetheless, a 9.8 white pager. Nice. Le Chat Noir, the Black Cat. In a 9.8 white pager. And he got a green label because, again, it's an unverified signature. You know what? Well, geez, Kevin, why didn't they send him over to CBCS? I would have done the exact same thing. I would have sent it to CGC and got the green label. I'd rather have a green label from CGC than CBCS's red label. Cheers. That's just me, though. Listen, if you love CBCS, good on you. If you're a CBCS fan, great for you. I'm happy with my green label. It's still a 9.8 white pager. Gorgeous book. All right, what else we have here? What do you think? Do you agree with me? Or should you have sent this over to CBCS? All right. We got, oh, wow, look at this. Got to check for any slab cracks here, guys. 9.6, off-white to white, Batman 222. With, I guess, is it the first appearance of the Fab Four of the Beatles in a Batman book? Check that out. In a 9.6, that's a nice grade on this book. All right, this stack has gotten high. Like I said, when the stack gets about 6 or 7 high, I have to go over to the chat room and see what you guys are talking about. I see Lord Thoth is over there already monitoring. Thanks, Lord Thoth, for being here again today. And my blue wrench, as it were. And, we can chat while I clean these things up, guys. All right, so if you have any questions or comments, please join in the chat. Always great to hear from new people. Whoops, wrong window. And it's right here. There it is. Okay, Davy Clare is the first one here. Some lucky guy got a Hulk 181 back. He sure did. And John Sherwood's in the house. Hey, John, how's it going? Good to see you. James is back. Let's do this. James, we got 4 boxes for you, brother. We are going to do this. Lots of books today. Marty P's here. How you doing, Marty? Saw Marty on the weekend, on Saturday, for a quick visit at the shop. I'm back at the shop now, guys, in case you're wondering. I'm back at the shop Saturdays from 11 until 1. If you're local to Oshawa and you want to come by and say hello, come on by. Be great to see you. I've got a few books for sale, too. If you want to come by the shop and browse, you're more than welcome to. Nothing, you know, I don't have, it's nothing, I'm not selling like, you know, Hulk 181s and ASM 1s. But I got a lot of a nice variety of books there for sale as well, too. If you're in the area, come on by. And come on by and say hi. What's the grade on the 181? 8.0. That one was a 5.0. But I think I've got more in here. I have a 9.0 on a 180 and an 8.5 on a 181. The prices were normal. Good for you. Because now the prices are not. Rock City, a long time. How you doing? Ooh, let's get this party started. You got that right. John Sherwood, by Odin's Beard, smash the like button. And I agree with John. Please do hit that like button. It does help me with my analytics, guys. All right, making sure we've got no cracks. Here we go. Next book we've got is an Iron Man Submariner. And this one's still a book you can get for a good price, and a 5.0. Wow, another nice early Batman book. Bronze Age Batman 227, The Demon of Gothos Mansion, an 8.0. That's a slick looking book right there, guys. We also have, we've got a low grade Hulk book here. This one's got a purple label. Restoration includes small amount of glue on spine of cover, tear seals to cover, and it's a pretty low grade book. In fact, the owner of this book said, Kevin, don't press it, just send it in the way it is. You know, the book would have looked better with a press. Would it have garnered a 3? Maybe, but nonetheless, it is what it is. There it is. I do what you ask. You don't want me to press them, I don't press them. This one sucks right here. I'm not happy about this. This is a really nice copy of ASM 129 and a 9.4 off-white to white, and it got a purple label, and it's saying there's a small amount of color touch on cover. I did not detect it. I'm going to see if I can see it. Like where, you know? This may be a contender to go back to CCS to have the color touch removed. Again, I'll talk to the owner when I see him. Again, guys, if I detect color touch, I let you know. In fact, I called the client this morning. I found color touch on a book, and let him know. If I see it, I'll let you know. But sometimes it evades me. Right? Unless it's blatantly obvious, I'm not going to catch it. Here we've got a Fantastic Four 110, a 3.5. Oh, are these? Oh, okay. There's a couple of these ones, and that's the green variant, right? The green printing air variant. We've also got an X-Men 94 and a 5.0. Guys, if you're getting here just now, this is the first of 4 boxes we're going to be doing today. So don't go anywhere. Sit back, relax. We got a good long show today. We've got an ASM number 39 and a 7.0. Great Romita cover right there. Oh, come on. We've got a Fantastic Four 52. A lot of orders here, guys. And a 4.0. All right. Okay, I think my stack, when you can no longer see the top and bottom, that means my stack is too high. I have to go back to the chat room and rebag these babies and get them out of the way. Luke's here. How you doing? And Lord Thought says, like, share, and subscribe. Hit those notifications. And I don't often ask guys to share this, but you know what? If you wouldn't mind sharing these videos, that would be greatly appreciated. Guys, I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, and we're almost there. We're at 1926 before this video started. And when I hit 2,000 subscribers, guys, I've got a lot of giveaways. I mean, I've got about probably 6 or 7 comic books to give away. I've got a really cool Jim Lee print. I got to give away. I've got some action figures, some, I think, Marvel Legends I got to give away. So lots of really awesome stuff. But I got to hit 2,000. And almost there. We're very, very close. Now, I have no idea how I'm going to give all these gifts away. That is something else I got to figure out. But usually my son Jack comes in here and we do it together. We figure out a way to give these awesome prizes out. Perhaps it's going to be skill testing questions. Maybe I'll pick comments from the comment sections. I don't know. We will see. All right, let's keep going here. Other questions we have here. Comment. Hey, Wayne's here. How's it going? There's no excuse for letting your modern books get stains on them. Yeah, sometimes you can't help it. All modern books should be a 9/8. No excuses. Damn right. Wow. Sweet on that, Bats. Yeah, those bat books are nice. Thanks, Lord Thoth. Scott Rowley. Hey, how you doing, Scott? John Shore, that was fun when we were looking up prices on your old price guide. Yeah, it was fun and very depressing. Very, very depressing. In fact, who is it? I think it's Michael. Submitted a Wizard Comics #1, the magazine, and it had the price guide in there as well. So just before I went on live today, I was looking through that as well. And again, getting somewhat depressed. How much does the purple label change the value versus the blue label? Well, quite a bit. Quite a bit. I've always been told that the higher the grade, the more it affects the value. So for example, a book that's like a 9.4, like a really high grade book with a purple label, they say knock 50 to 60% off of the blue label price. Maybe even higher than that. When the books are lower grade, like, 1/8s, 2s, 3s, it doesn't make as much of an impact. But on higher grade books, having a purple label does make an impact. Now, that being said, it also depends on what's wrong with the book. I mean, some people might look at color touch as being not as big a deal as saying having all the sides trimmed, having the edges trimmed. If the edges are all trimmed, part of the book is now missing. People will look at that as being the book has been altered too much. So again, it also depends on the degree of the of this type of restoration work. Like was it moderate? Was it done professionally? Was it done amateurly? There's all kinds of different factors. But generally speaking, the higher the grade, a purple label will impact that by as much as 50 to 60, and I've even heard up to 70%. So yeah, like I've got a JLA #1 at the shop. Yeah, if it was a 7.5, it'd be like a $8,000 book. I think it's like I've knocked like almost 60%, 65, 70% off of it, because that's the way it goes. All right. Marco, hey doing, Marco? Marty P. Dennis has been conspicuously absent. Yeah, and that's true. I haven't seen Dennis in a long time. Where's Dennis? Dennis is gone. Good point, Marty. Thomas Grant, ouch with those purple labels, especially the first Punisher. Yeah, that's not very nice. I was pretty upset when I saw that. James, what month are you currently working on? We are moving briskly along. We are currently into September. There are a few June books that I am still personally working on. That there are a lot of them, and it's taken me a while to get through them, but we are into September now. We'll be getting into October, I would think, within a couple of weeks. We're running right now, guys. It's actually a pretty good time to submit books if you're interested. If you just want the books pressed, you're looking at anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks, and we'll get to them. So it's much improved. Like we're like two months to 2.5, 3 months, and we'll get to your books. And CGC is running at about a month for most of the services I use. So you're looking at around a 4-month turnaround for everything if you hand them in like today, from this moment right now. So yeah, we're moving right along. And a lot of people that I told, 6 to 9 months, it's not going to be 6 to 9 months. It's probably going to be more like 6 months. So we're doing a good job. I'm really quite happy about that. I like asking these questions for our viewers, all about the info. No, for sure. Rock City says, sorry, I can't help more towards your 2,000 goal. I regret I have but 1 sub to give. Rock City, I appreciate the 1 sub, my friend. Thank you very much. Travis is here. Hey, man, how's it going? Hope in one of these boxes is my Hulk 181. I don't think it is. I think it's still there to be reslabbed. To be honest, I think I saw it. They're taking forever. I don't know why, but they are. Which is crazy because I'll tell you guys, I sent a $30,000 reslab in last week and I had it back in a week. So perhaps it's the value, Travis. I don't know what's taking them so darn long. I could be wrong. It might be in there. I don't think it is, though. All right, let's keep going here, guys. 4 boxes to do, so we got to get moving. All right. we have got a Amazing Spider-Man 194 and a 7.5. And hey, you know what? How about another one? How about another one? This one's at a 6.5. Been seeing this book a lot lately. So much so that I am seeing triplets right now. Here's another one. 8.0. What? Four of them? There you go. 4 of them. 4 ASM 194s. We have an ASM 300 as well. And this one is a 6.5. We have a, oh, sick. Very nice. Someone's going to be a very happy camper here. We've got a 9.8 on the on the Wolverine Origins with the 3 claw variant, which is a little more difficult to come by. I'm not sure how many were made. I think it tells you some here, but it's a much harder one to come by. Great that it came in a 9.8. I did need a press. And the press really helped, which is fantastic. Here's another one, actually. A lot of double shell. I'm running out of space, so I'll go like this. This one's a 9.6. I'm glad we got at least one 9.8 out of the deal. Another one? No, that's it for there. Okay. I am out of room again. Let me rejig this here. Sweet. Okay. Let's go back to the area here. Pat Sherwood's here. How you doing, Pat? Okay, we already said that. Let's go down a little bit more. Is there any more? Okay, Travis. Okay, Pat. Hey, Kevin, I got to come by and get my books moving. Have you looked at them yet? They are right over there. No, I haven't. December, I had planned on getting those in December, Pat, and then December kind of went poo-poo, and I got behind on everything. Right now, what I'm doing, most of the day yesterday and today was spent doing CGC submission data entry. I can't stand doing it, but I had to do that. I had to get some books out of here. And then I went to the shop and looked over a lot of books that Nippur and what was the other one? And Charlie were working on. So I did that today. And yeah, so no, I haven't got them yet. Because I'm doing it personally, Pat, it takes a little bit longer. If I threw them over to Charlo or to Nippur, we can get through them. But yours is a special request. You want me to look at those a little carefully. And because of that, that's why it's taking a little bit longer. Otherwise, it'd be done by now, probably, to be honest. But you know as well as I do, we don't want to do every single one of those books. All right. I don't know why I'm missing one of these plastic bags. That sucks. Okay, let's... Oh, that's why. Right there. Found it. Found it! Okay. Let's get back to it. Oh, another nice book here, guys. Love my X-Men. I love my Alpha Flight. Here we go. 9.6 white pager. Can't have a 122 without a 121. Would have been nice to get 9.8s, but 9.6s are nothing to scoff at. We got an X-Men 129 as well. First Kitty Pryde, and that's a 9.4. You know, that one more book in this box, and I tell you guys, I love it when I can finish off a box with a big book in a 9.8 right there. Nothing wrong with that. Sick. Let me straighten that out for you so you can enjoy that more. That's beautiful right there. I'm going to say something. I totally forget. Oh, well. Okay, so there you go, guys. Box number 1. If you're just getting here right now, we just finished one box. We're going to be doing, wow, 3 more boxes. And like I said earlier, 3 more boxes arrived today. But I was pretty, how can I say this? Distraught, I guess, when the FedEx lady tried to carry 2 CGC boxes like this, you know? And I'm like, you know, honey, no, don't be doing that. And she kind of didn't drop one, but she almost did. And I'm like, oh, those are very fragile. Don't be. And she's like, oh, you should see how they handle these boxes. I said, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I'll be absolutely shocked if there are no I don't want to jinx myself. I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm thinking, everybody. Let's just wait and see. All right. Okay, we're almost there. I'm going to put these guys back, and then we can get right to it. Now, my daughter actually sorted out the other boxes from last week. I've contacted everybody whose books are ready to be picked up. These may get sorted tonight, these boxes here. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. Tonight or tomorrow. Also, this is what I was going to say. I just lost it again. Yeah, I lost it. It'll come back to me again. I lost it. Give me 1 second, guys, as I... Oh, wait, I got a question here. Will you be at the next comic book show? Yes, James, I will be at the Toronto Comic Book Show on Family Day weekend. I think it's February 19th, I think, the Sunday. I will be there. Are you at the shop a week from Saturday? I plan on being at the shop each Saturday now and, regularly. All right, let's go to, give me 1 second, my friends, as I move this box over and get us into box number 2. Let me find my Be Right Back, and I will be right back. All right, we start this one off with a Sandman in a little higher grade, 9.6 white pages. We also have a Sandman number 4, also in a 9.6. We have an Avengers 181 in a 9.0 white page. We got a Power Pack number 1. Like how this got a 9. I got a 9.6. Congratulations. I think it's a 9.4, but hey, it is what it is. Here we go. Action Comics number 1 in a 9.8 white page. Beautiful. So we've got a Stars and Stripes number 0 in a 9.6. And Vengeance of Bane special number 1. I'm getting pretty good luck with these guys. 9.8 white pager, which is great. And these are a little tricky to press, guys. These are a little tricky to press because of the glue, which can sometimes wreak a little havoc if you're not careful. Okay, let's go back to the chat room. As you can see, my stack has gotten a little too big here. Oops. All right, let's go back to the sorry, wrong button. Let's go back to the chat room. There we go. Here we go. All right, I'll pack these babies up really quick. So this one appears to be a one person order. So I have not seen the order form yet, the submission form yet. They hide them, They hide them sometimes. I don't know why they do that. If anybody out there is a car enthusiast, like a classic car enthusiast, the car build sheets, when they build a Camaro or a Mustang, there's a build sheet that basically back in the 60s and 70s and probably in the 50s as well, which indicated what the car has. It's a red car, it's paint code this, it's this engine, it has a manual transmission, it has, a rag top or a convertible, whatever. The build sheet is basically, it tells you all the stats on the car. And a lot of vintage car guys want to see that build sheet. Well, that build sheet's not easy to come by. I know in the Camaros, they hid them under the back seat. I haven't taken my back seat out to find out, but it's kind of like that when I'm looking for my submission forms. So they hide them sometimes. I never can find them. My daughter sometimes finds them tucked in between the cardboard. Like, what the hell are they doing there? Paul, how's it going? Better late than never. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. We're getting right to it. This is box number 2. Oh, speak of the devil. Here we go. Found the build sheet. This is a one-person order of Moderns. 25. And I think I know. I think these might be These could be Brad's, I think. I could be wrong. But we start off the next batch with a 9/8 white pager. Thank goodness. Invincible Iron Man, number, what is that? Number 9. We then have a Venom, white pages, Venom number 3, in a 9.6. Right there. Move my microphone. There we go. All right, moving right along. Okay, like the 9.6s again, it looks like. We've got another 9.6 in a Darth Vader number 3. All right. We've got a Young Avengers number 6 in a 9.2. A Punisher number 1. 9.2. Brouhaha is here. How you doing, Brouhaha? Good to see you. X-Men 244 first, well, not first appearance. Is it? Yeah, first appearance of Jubilee. Sorry. All right. 9.6. See, if that's a 9.6, I can't understand how that power pack's a 9.6. I don't get it. Okay, we've got a first appearance of Mr. Sinister in a 9.0, and that's X-Men 221. And then we have a newsstand copy of ASM 361. Yeah, in a 9.0. All right, I got to go back. I got to pack these babies up again because it's getting a little too high. Well, you guys are quiet today. What's going on? Feeling all right? If you haven't got to a second yet, guys, head over there and hit that like button. There's 30 of you in the room. Please hit that like button. It's really hot over here. We certainly appreciate that. Okay, let me pack these babies up. But I can tell you straight up, the books that are coming in the most lately that I'm seeing a lot of, again, I may have said this before, are books that are still available at decent prices and in high grades if you search enough. We're talking, X-Men, 100 up to the Days of Future Past 141, 142. Those are extremely popular. I'm seeing a lot of those books coming in. So yeah, you can see where everyone's mind is, right? Everyone's really on the X-Men. They got their mind on the X-Men, right? Seeing a lot of that from that time period. They're, like I said, they're affordable, and if you so happen to get them in a high grade, they're quite valuable, actually. Speaking of which, look, I was just talking about it, and here we go. X-Men 142 in a 7.0 white pager. We've got a Masters of the Universe number 1 in a 7.5. We have also another one. This is the DC version in a 9.0. We've got an X-Men 266 in a 9.0 white pager. Got an 8.5 copy of Amazing Spider-Man 238. An 8.5. We've got a 9.4 of Suicide Squad number 1. And I'll try to fit this rest of the box in here. We've got a Star Wars Tales 23 and an 8.5. The Untamed, a Sinner's Prayer number 1. Boy, holy scuffs all over these things. In a number 1 in a 9.6. I move that down a little bit. We've got a 9.0. Oh. Here we go. Spoke too soon. I jinxed it. 9.0 of X-Men 161. I'll put that back in the bag and put it off to the side. Needs to go to CGC this week. And last but not least, hopefully it's not broken too, is it? No, I don't think so. Well, you know what? They didn't give me a lot of 9/8s in that box, but we did get one at least. Ice Cream Man #1, white pager, 9.8. Make sure it's not cracked because it was right beside the one that was. Seems to be in okay shape. So there you go. All right, so that's box number 2. It was a one owner box. And yeah, with only one casualty. Only one casualty. Pat Short is, I'm listening and taking down my Christmas. Wow, you left it up a long time. Good for you. We took ours down a week ago. Although it stood up for a while with no lights on it because I threw my neck out a little bit. So I didn't want to be ripping the thing. It's a false fake tree. So I disassembled it when my neck was feeling a little bit better. Davy Claire, build sheets on old classics usually came with one of the passenger side windshield, one under the back seat, and one on top of the gas tank. Yes, on top of the gas tank is another spot as well. Where was the first one? Passenger side windshield. On the you mean on the windshield when you bought it, you mean? Yeah, that's why it's not there. Yeah, one broken case. P-Bales, if you spot restoration when you're cleaning a book, you let the submitter know. We talked about that earlier, actually. Funny you should say that, Paul. Yes, I will. If I see anything suspect on the book, if something's missing, or if I catch, like, I'll give you an example today. Joe Michael, I called him this morning. Like, the one thing I pride myself on is I talk to you guys. If I have questions, I just don't assume you want something done a certain way. You know, I call you. I call you. You have the answers, not me sometimes. So, but John Michael submitted a bunch of Spawn books, modern Spawn books. And, you know, as we're pressing, they're getting better, but I didn't think these books to me are not going to hit 9/8. And I think if you're getting Spawn books graded, especially, you know, you want 9/8, especially run books, right? So I called them. I said, listen, I said, hey, John Michael, I said, what do you think? Do you want me to send these in, or do you want to hold off maybe and have a look at them again and see? And so he's going to come in and we're going to go over them together and see which ones are worth doing, right? So there's nothing wrong with these books. I just don't think they're going to garner, I don't think a lot of them are going to garner the kind of grade he would want, right? So he may want to swap out. But yes, to answer your question simply, of course, if I notice it, I will of course let you know. But I don't always notice it. Keep in mind, guys, I'm going through lots of books, and as I'm cleaning, if I catch something, of course I'm going to say it. Napoor's caught it a few times, books last few weeks, and pointed it out to me. We work together to find that. But again, sometimes the color touch is so fine you don't see it. Yeah, unfortunately. So sometimes, unfortunately, it does get by us. Yeah. All right. So it's packing this box up. We actually had another 9/8 in that box. I didn't, you know, 2 9/8s in that box. But I like to see more. But oh well, what are you going to do? That was a one-person order. All right, guys, I got 2 more boxes. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to just put you on hold for 1 sec. I'll be right back with box number 3. Okay, we are back with Wolverine number 8, featuring Mr. Fix-It Grey Hulk in a 9.4. Again, I don't know if there's a one-book order, or sorry, a one-person order or not. We got some moderns, that's for sure. We got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures number 1 in a 9.4 as well. We've got an 8.0 of X-Men Annual 14, and that baby's... Ooh, I hate that. I don't like that it makes noise. Anyways, that one there is an 8.0 white pager. We've got a Hood number 1 in a 9.6. I'm just looking for cracks, guys. We had one casualty on the last. That's like a good shank there. Look at that. And one casualty in the last box. Let's hope there's no more. I think the boxes I have downstairs, yeah, I got a bad feeling, as Han Solo would say. I got a bad feeling about this. All right. We've got a She-Hulk number 1 in a 6.5. Come on, get in there. There we go. We'll do one more. We'll go back to the chat. If you haven't done so already, guys, please hit that subscribe button so you can join in the chat. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. I plan on doing a shipping day this Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to do a full day of shipping. That's what I got to do. So on Wednesday, if you've got books that need to be shipped back to you, that's the day I plan on doing it. I'll try to get through as many as I can. Believe it or not, it does take me a full bloody day to do that. Kevin, Kevin the comic doctor, Kevin the comic shipper, Kevin the data enterer at CGC. That's what drives me crazy. Doing less pressing and more clerical work as this company of mine gets bigger and bigger. All right, let's go back to the chat because I got to pack these babies up. Marco says, I'm noticing a weird disconnect with sellers. eBay prices on Raw are much higher than they should be in this market, but slab sales on Comic Link have come down to match the current sentiment. I think a lot of people are living in la la land, Marco. And the same thing's happening with the housing market. My brother's a real estate agent. And by the way, if you need a real estate agent and you live in the Toronto area, GTA, my brother can help you out. He's a great guy, good real estate agent. We noticed a lot of guys, the housing prices were crazy, a year and a half ago, and the prices have come down, but people still want to ask. They're still asking prices from a year and a half ago. Well, that's just not realistic, and no one's going to buy your house because the prices have changed. The same thing's happening in comics. I think what's happening, Marco, also is that a lot of people are more inclined to buy raw books because they generally are cheaper than slab books. And they want to take a chance. They'll take a chance on a raw book. They can maybe get a 9.8 with a press and a clean and whatever. They want to do the work. They'd rather do the work and try and gamble for a 9.8 rather than going out and buying that 9.8, I think that's a part of it too. What do you guys think? So yeah, it's a little strange. It certainly is a little strange. It'll Marco, it will take time for people to catch up, right? For people to catch up and start realizing prices are not what they once were, and they probably won't be that way for a long time, if ever again. I think one day, but it could be a very, very long time from now. All right, let's see what else we have in this. Well, that's a nice looking book. That's a nice looking book right there, guys. One of my favorite covers right there. Favorite modern covers. Web of Spider-Man number 1, the newsstand edition. In a 9.8. We have also a Bloodstone number 1 in a 9.4. We've got a Young Avengers number 1 in a 9.6 white pager. We've got an X-Men number 221 and a 9.6. I think with these modern books, guys, people have got, again, if you're in this to collect and you don't care so much about the grade, if you're happy with a 9 or an 8, some guys are happy with a 3. They don't give a crap. They just want the damn book. But if you're in this to for investment purposes, you know as well as I do with modern books, 9.8 is the one, right? I mean, 9.6 you can usually get your money back, maybe break even, maybe make a little bit, but 9.8 is the cat's meow. And of course a 9.9 or a 10 is like you've hit the jackpot, right? You got to be really critical of the books you're picking up. It's a nice copy actually of X Factor number 6. This is the first appearance of Apocalypse, and that's only a 9.4 white pager. Still a nice book. With the moderns though, you're really extra critical pick them apart, guys. Pick them apart. We got a Blade the Vampire Hunter #1 in a 9.4. This is a hard book to press. It has almost like a cardboard top there, cardboard cover, or a thicker stock of paper. And then next we have a Spider-Woman #1, and that's in a 9.6 white pages. Okay, I got to go back and those two are done. We got one more box after this, guys. This is box number 3 of 4. One more box to go. Let's go back to the chat. Henry says, good evening from Montreal. Better late than ever. How you doing, Henry? Good to see you, my friend. Spiro, that third box looks like mine. It could be. Spiro, I thought yours already came back though, Spiro. I don't know. Did you have more? I thought your order was done. I could be wrong though. Davey Clare, because I can't remember everybody's books, guys. My gosh, I got too many. Have you ever pressed the Justice League of America 200? I have a fun fact about that book. I drop a little later here. Davey, I don't remember. I'd have to look it up and see what the cover looked like. Probably. Still looking for a high-grade Flash 33, Golden Age, first shade, hard to find. Oh, gosh. I saw a copy of that. Someone submitted one of those just recently, but it wasn't, I think, oh, I know who. Oh, it was on the weekend. It was oh my gosh, the name's James, I think, on the weekend. I saw one on Saturday in the weekend, but I don't think it's for sale. But the first shade, I believe. Prices are starting to settle. John Sherwood says, Web of Spider-Man 1 is on my top 10 covers. Me too. I don't own a 9, 9, or a 10, and neither do I. I think I've only pressed one in like 13 years. One came back in 9, 9. I've had other ones, but they're modern books that tend to come back 9, 9s, but I mean, you know, an actual Bronze Age, it came back in 9, 9. Matt the End Pod. How you doing, Matt the End Pod? Good to see you. I have one of those Blade #1 signed by Edgley. Cool. Peter G. X-Men Alpha, one of the Marvel I would like to have. X-Men Alpha, one of the Marvels I would like to have. Is it a new book or an old book, Peter G? You mean Alpha Flight or like Alpha Omega? Because I have one of those at the shop. Some nice books that I kept. Thanks, John. Yeah, not too bad, Emma. I'm curious what's in that. I have a big box over there. Could have some magazines in there. 200 JLA was tough. I gotta look it up. Guys. Give me 1 sec. I'll look up JLA 200 so I can see the cover, because otherwise I'm never gonna. Oop, it's over here somewhere. Give me 1 sec. JLA 200. Images. Let's go. Come on. A League Divided. You know what? I don't think I have pressed that book. If I did, I don't remember. I could have, but I don't think I did. Alpha Flight. First Alpha Flight. Yeah, I love it. 109 is the first Guardian, and then 121 or 120, 121. All right. Is there more books here, or what? What am I doing here? I think there is lots more books. Yes. Okay. Here we go. So next we have. Oop. If I don't destroy the place, put that over there. Next we have, where's my overhead? There it is. Okay, we have a 9.6 X-Men. Number 4, that book was super hot quite a while ago. Omega Red, right? Lots of talk. Could pop again. But that book really popped in value for quite a while. Here we have a TMNT #1, 5th printing, I believe. Yeah, 5th printing right there. Pretty cool. We also have a Secret Wars #8. John and Pat Sherwood's favorite. And this one's in a 9.6. Has that cool custom label, but it's a 9.6. We have a Spider-Man 210. First Madam Web. And with a new Spider-Man label in a 7.5. Oh, we have an Amazing Spider-Man 316. Also with an Amazing Spider-Man label and a 9.0. We got a Wolverine #1 with that sick Wolverine label and a 9.4. We have ASM 252 Canadian price variant, and they actually marked it correctly as such. And this one is a 9.0, again with the cool label. And I think I'm out of room, so I'm going to have to put some of these away here to make room for more. All right. Yeah, the labels do look good, Lord Thoth. I do agree with you. I don't know why DC hasn't put any labels out. I don't know if it's a Warner Brothers thing or what, but they it seems Marvel is the only one that's allowing that to happen. I find that hard to believe considering Disney. I couldn't imagine Disney being an easy company to work with, right? But they're able to get the images and do their thing. All right. Some of the I don't like some of the Todd McFarlane ones. I thought the Todd McFarlane his little thing, his little signature scroll, I didn't care for that. I thought it was a little, I would have preferred him to create something new and different, but that is just me. All right. Moving right along. All right. We have a Batman. The Batman Bat appearance in Detective Comics 402. Another DC book for Peter G. I know he likes those. In a 5.5. We have a special Marvel edition, number 15, with the first appearance of Shang-Chi in a 6.0. We have an Amazing Spider-Man, number 299 in an 8.5. Again, with the custom label. These could be your Spiro. I think, didn't you ask for a bunch of custom labels on yours? This is the 9.2, 298, right there. And then a 9.0, also with a custom label as well. Pretty nice. Okay, so that's it for box number 3. Guys, we've done 3 box. And we'll move over to the chat. And box number 4 is right over there. It's a big box, which usually includes some magazines. So don't go anywhere because that could be pretty interesting. JP Studios here. JP Studio is my little man Jackson. How you doing, Jackson? Good to see you. And Rob Bin says, "Hey Doc, ever consider doing restoration removal?" That is something that I am going to look into moving forward. Since Nipur came on staff, because Nipur is a paper expert, and that's what she does. She likes working on restoration removal or doing actual restoration. But myself, I don't love doing it. And the reason I don't love doing it, and I've explained this before and I'll explain it again, is because, okay, if I get a book that has color touch on it, for example, and I remove the color touch to my satisfaction, it might not be to CGC's satisfaction. So they're the ones who have the final say. And since I don't work with them that closely, and I don't know what their standards are in terms of restoration removal, they, if I do the work for you and charge you X amount of dollars to do my restoration removal, it might come back restored grade still, and then you will not be happy. So when someone has a book that has restoration, they want it removed, I basically broker that through CCS, only because they are the ones who are going to be, in the end, the ones that are going to say yay or nay. And that's the main reason why I don't like doing it. Now, if I've got a book that has some tear seals and it's like water-based, I can remove that. That's not a problem. But even still, it may not be to their satisfaction. That's the main reason why I don't do it. That's the main reason why I don't do it. So anyways, will we do it down the road? Perhaps. We will see. But thanks for the question, Rob Vin. Ooh, love seeing the magazine. It might be some magazines. I'm not sure. Sometimes they trick me. Sometimes they send me a big box and it's just comics inside. Spiro says custom labels, yes, but ASM 300 was not in there. Probably a different tier. And it may have come last week. Because Spiro, I have books of yours here already. I know that. So. And Davy Clare is now talking about the JLA 200 is a square bound. It's very wrinkly all up and down the spine. Due to that, glue was watery. There were 208 copies on CGC Census with only 32 copies in 9.8. Get a copy and press it. Not a bad idea. Because those books do press out really nice. If you know how to press those square bound books, my friends, you can get some really great results with them. But I see people doing it. Who was I talking to today? Well, I'm not going to mention any names. I won't mention any names. But, I'll just say this. If a book needs to be humidified, okay, and most books will really respond better to a press if you humidify the book. But a lot of guys out there, and if you're a presser, you might do this yourself, and if you do it and it works for you, then God bless you. I don't do this. They buy these little steamer contraptions, right? And they steam the books. And then press the books and, whatever. I don't do that. And there's the main reason why is because I don't like taking chances with your books. Because when you are steaming books, those steamers spray water. Sometimes they spit water. Have you ever used a steamer to do your clothing? You'll know it kind of spits water sometimes as it bubbles. So it does that. Well, one of the books I was working on today was affected by that. Not by me, by another person. And now I'm trying to make it better. But it was spat upon by a steamer. And the steamer left a lot of marks on it. So, but what's the main reason why someone would use a steamer? And the only reason I could see is time. If you steam a book, you're going to get that book, the fibers relaxed a lot faster than how I'm going to do it in my humidity chamber. But humidity chambers are low and slow, but there's pretty much no chance of the book getting splashed with water unless you're really careless, but really there is no chance of it. And it's just a much more, I just think it's a safer approach to doing it. And so anyways, that's what I mean. So that's why you gotta, I don't know. I think rushing this is not a good idea. I don't think rushing comic book pressing is a good idea. I know people want their stuff done fast, but I don't want to cut corners like that. I think it's kind of cutting corners in a way. Not that it's worse. You're worse off for doing it. I just think you could potentially cause more problems by going that route. If you use a steamer and it works for you, all the power to you. I just choose not to do that. Yeah, my issue is probably a 9 at best. Okay, it's probably not too expensive of a book. David Clare, any chance of creating rusty staples by hydration chamber? Not in the time on which I keep it in there, right? I mean, if you left it in there for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, maybe, but I don't keep it in there longer. The most I'll leave a book in the humidity chamber if it's a really, like I had a book that was, I just did an ASM 129 for a client, and it had a really bad bend down the middle of the book. So I humidified it for about 12 hours, and I took it out, and I could just tell it wasn't ready yet. So I put it back in for another 8 hours. And then when I took it out the second time, I could tell it was ready to be done, to be worked on. And so, yeah, that's how I go. So I don't think the books are in there long enough for them to rust, I don't think so. I've never had that problem personally. Like it doesn't get, my humidity chamber does not become, like I don't use warm water. Guys, you don't need to use warm water, right? All a humidity chamber is a box or a plastic box that you lift your comic book up and you put something, either like a wet towel or you put some water at the bottom, a little bit of water, cool water. You don't even need warm water. You put the book in it, you close it up, and you'll be surprised in 8 hours how much that water starts evaporating in the box, and it creates a really nice humidified area. And that's all you need. You don't need hot water. When you start using warm water, hot water, all of a sudden you're going to get lots of condensation and it's going to get really wet in there. And then maybe you might start seeing rusted staples. That's when you're going to see drips coming down from the top of the box. You avoid that altogether by just using cool water. It takes longer, like I said, but the chance of damaging your books is reduced greatly. Peter G, I have some 60s GLA Giant issues, square bound, but I doubt any are 9 pluses. They're awesome though, aren't they? I love those DC Giant size books are wicked. Have a good day, guys. It's a late over here. Matt, the End Pod. Have a great night. Thanks for coming out. Come back later and watch and check out box number 4. No problem, Lord Thoth. Pappy's here. Hey, Doc, what month of submission are you currently on? Thanks. Currently moving into September. Should be in October pretty quick. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to bring over box number 4 for you to check out. Okay, 1 sec. Be right back. Told you shouldn't have went anywhere. Look, a 1.8 X-Men. Number 1. There you go. And I love that whoever packed this box up, I'm in love with that person, male or female. Look at this. They put all the nice submission forms on the top. Easy to find. Makes the comic doctor's life a lot easier. Thank you. So we got an X-Men number 1. I have no idea who it belongs to. I forget now. I'm not sure. My gosh, I've pressed how many X-Men number 1s? I've got another one ready to get going soon. Mark's X-Men number 1. It's been sitting there for a while. I got to get it done. Okay, what else we have here? All right. We've got another Hulk 181. Here we go, guys. Hulk 181, another 5.0. Again, I have no idea whose books these are. We've got a Hulk 340 and a 9.4. Again, guys, this is box number 4. If you're just getting here now, hit that like button, please, if you don't mind, and subscribe, and come on back and watch from the very beginning of the video and check out 4 amazing boxes of CGC goodness. And then later this week, I'll be doing another 3, possibly more boxes. We got a 9.6 X-Men 221. This is the first appearance again. Second copy we've seen tonight of Mr. Sinister. And we also have a copy of Thor 337 as a direct edition. It's a nice looking copy. And a 9.0. Nice copy with a giant crack on the slab. So this baby's got to go back. I'll show it to you. There it is. I'm going to pull it away now and put it on my stack over there of books that got to get shipped back. What a pain. What a pain. I'll put it over there. All right. You see, CGC will actually pay to have the book shipped back to them. But the problem is I got to wait for a custom label to be shipped to me, and I have no time for that. So I put these books into boxes I'm shipping down, and I pay for it. Whatever. I just want to get the books down there as soon as possible. Oftentimes, clients have been waiting, a long time to get their books back, and they come back cracked. Now, what I'm going to start doing, though, is CGC will ship the books back to the client on their dime. I'm going to start having them do that direct. I'm going to stop having to deal with that. Or we have a Batman with 313 and a 9.4. We also have the Infinity Gauntlet and a 9.8 right there. Okay, I'm going to have to pack these babies up. I've run out of room. Is there any more discussions going on over in the chat area? You guys are kind of quiet tonight, actually. Treasury Editions here. How you doing? Any walkthrough tier books being unveiled tonight? Asking for a friend. Well, we just saw 2. Yeah, we saw about 3 or 4. We saw 2 Hulk 181s, I think it was, and we saw that X-Men number 1, which was quite nice, and a 1.8. Any copy of X-Men number 1 is nice, and even a 1.8 is a walkthrough. And I do have some magazines coming up. I'm not sure what they are. Oh yeah, I got a really... Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I got a really sick magazine, Signature Series magazine you're going to want to check out. Especially if you're a Star Wars fan. Don't go anywhere. Luke, I'm talking to you. If you're still out there, you were here earlier. Okay, let's keep going. Next, what do we got? All right, we've got a Marvel Team Up 141, tied with ASM 252 and Secret Wars number 8 as the first appearance of the black symbiote suit. All right, we also have a copy of ASM 300 right here. And look at, guys, this is how it should be done. You've got a Todd McFarlane signature right there, as you can see. And is it a green label? No, it's not a green label. It's a blue label. And what does it say? T. McFarlane written on cover in marker. Is that so hard? That's how it should be done. And because of that, this book has been downgraded, right? Because of that marker right here, it's been downgraded. This book was probably an 8.5, and they knocked it down because of the unverified signature. And that's the way they should do it. Forget the green label. Qualified should not be, a qualified label should not be for a book that has a signature on it, unverified signature, because the book's intact. The whole book's there. Qualified, in my opinion, is for a book, well, my opinion, in my humble opinion, is there for a book that's not complete. It's missing something. It's missing a coupon. It's been clipped out, or maybe a part of the page is missing, or a whole whatever. This book is complete. It should not be given a green label. It has a, if some kid wrote Billy Bob John John on there, it would still be a blue label with a reduced grade because of the marker on it. So that's the way it should be. So I'm glad to see that one was returned in that way. Now here we have another ASM 300. This one could be the one you're talking about, Spiro, because it has a custom label right there and it's 7.0. We have another one as well. Holy ASM 300s, Batman. Look at this. Another one. 3 of them. This one's in an 8.0. We've got a J. Scott Campbell variant of Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #1. Why is it a 9.6, man? That book was gore. I remember this book. It was really, really nice. 9.6. Stupid. We've got a Teen Titans #12, first full appearance of the Man Who Laughs in a 9.4. Okay. See, this book gets a 9.4, and the book previous is a 9.6. This to me should be a 9. Oh, don't get me started, guys. Don't get me started. All right, let's go back to the chat room. All books signed on first page get blue labels. Yes. But usually books with signatures on the cover often get green labels, which is really, really annoying. I have been seeing water drip off the inside of the humidity chamber lid onto books' covers. Yes, yes. That's what you want to avoid. And I can tell you right now, I've got 3 or 4 books in my humidity chamber right now, open. I mean, what I mean is the book has nothing protecting the book. It's in the humidity chamber, open air. Because there's never any condensation on the top of my humidity chamber lid. Now, if I were to put warm water in there, yeah, the condensation would build. And sometimes I do put warm water in there. But when I do that, I make sure I cover certain areas so books don't get dripped upon. But what I'm saying is when you use a steamer, or you throw books into chambers with warm or hot water, you are running the risk of damage. So I prefer to take the slow route. I'll be the tortoise. I'd rather not run into those problems. I'm very, very cautious when I work on your books. They're not my books, they're your books. I am not going to be a cowboy and do things that are going to potentially damage your book. Custom made everything. Tim's here. I love the custom label, but what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything, Tim. It's an option that CGC now gives clients if they want Marvel books and some other books as well. DC's not offering it currently, but essentially, if you like the design, you could add it to your book for an additional $5 US. That's what they charge, Tim. All right, we've got a DC Comics Presents. Nice. I only had 2. Sorry. A DC Comics Presents 26. First appearance of Cyborg. This here is Mike's book. I remember this one. This is a beautiful copy of Miss America, #1. in a 2-0. And this book has hole punches in there. 1, 2, and 3. But this book is a gorgeous example of this book. I don't know. A 2? I think that's, I don't know. I see why. I would have maybe went 2.5 at the very least. But gorgeous book. Gorgeous, gorgeous book. All right. We also have a Silver Surfer number 4. Not first appearance of anything. This is just a famous cover. The Rainbow Bridge and a 4.0. We also have a Silver Surfer number 3. First appearance of Mephisto in a 6.0. Sweet. All right. Oh, man, we're going for an hour and a half already. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. We now have... Oh, my Lord. I love seeing this. I love this. This makes me cry. This makes me cry. I don't know whose book this is, but congratulations. 9.8 white pager, ASM 300, direct edition, nonetheless. Gorgeous copy. Gorgeous, gorgeous copy in a 9.8. That is awesome. I don't know who it belongs to, but congratulations to whoever you are. Got some really nice grade there. We have... Okay, I'm running out of room here, so I'm going to have to... Let me pack these up first before I show you the next ones. David Clare says, send in 1 or 2 of your books with the next client submission. Treat yourself and us. I have a couple of books that I probably could send in. Not this week, though. I too much to do here still. I might send it. I have about 4 or 5 I might send in the next few weeks, Davey. I just have too much. I got to get out of here. I got to get these books out of here. So I'm sending another probably 200 books this week to CGC. So you're going to see a lot of some unboxings in the coming months. Excuse me. I think I sent my last submission in December was the 16th, and my dad was pretty sick at that time. And then after that, I didn't do anything. And I sent my last book was received. My last box was received. My most recent box was received by them second week of December. So it's almost a month of not sending in books, and that's not like me. I send in books, as you know, I send books to CGC probably, I would say on average weekly, but every other week for sure, books are going. So I have to catch up for those 4 weeks that I missed. And we're getting there. We are getting there, which is great. But thank you, Davey. I thank you for that. You treat me and you guys to see some of my books. And I'm not sending anything special, guys. you're going to laugh. I've got a really nice copy of, I'm embarrassed to say it. I got a nice copy of ASM 361. That's right. A newsstand copy that I picked up. And it's in really nice condition. I want to send that off to CGC. Okay, let's keep going here. We got about another 5 or so books. We've got a 9.6 copy of Deadpool's first appearance, and it's a direct copy in New Mutants 98. We have another New Mutants 98, and this one, thank goodness, is a 9.8. Like to see that. What else we have? Another one. Oh, of course. This one, though, is a 9.6. No, another one. Okay. And then we have a copy of X-Men 94 and a 6.5 right there. And let me put these away because the next 2 are magazines and they're big. So I'm going to put them on there all by themselves. And one of these magazines is a signature series, which is pretty cool. I believe it's a Star Wars signed book. And I believe it belongs to Luke. And Luke was here earlier. I don't know if he still is or not. But check this out. Let's do the plain one first. The plain one. Oh, this is a cool story. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord, guys. Okay, check this out. This is great. Cerebus, number 1, 6.5. This book was a restored book, and I think it was a 7.5 or an 8, and it belongs to Mike in Quebec. And he sent it back to me and said, "Can you do the?" This goes back to the question you guys asked me earlier. Someone asked about doing restoration removal. He said, "Could you do the restoration removal?" And I said, "I'd rather not." In the end, we decided to send it back to CCS. check it out. So you see all these white gouges on the side there? That was the color touch that CCS removed. Look at this job they did. It's sad. Look at it. So there was color touch on there. The book looked a hell of a lot better with the color touch. But what are you going to do, right? We are so conditioned to hate those purple labels that we send our books back and have them gouge out. They've actually cut areas of the book out, as you can see. And it's pretty jarring to see that. But guess what? It's a Cerebus #1. It's now a blue universal label. There's no more restoration on it. Nothing can be said. It is what it is. And yeah, so there you go. Whoops. Cerebus #1, now a 6.5 blue. I don't remember. I think it was, if you watch one of my earlier unboxings, you see this book. It came back purple label. I want to say it was a 7 or even an 8. And now it's a 6.5. I can't remember. Okay, last but not least, the 4th box, guys. Thanks for if you've been here since the beginning. Thanks for sticking around. Here's a nice treat for you. Something you don't see every day. Wow. You're going to like this, Luke. You're going to like this a lot. Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, signed by Ewan McGregor right there. But the better part of that, 9.8 white pager. What the heck? Entertainment Magazine. That's fantastic. So, you know what? That's not a cheap book to get done. It was a pretty pricey signature, but to have it come back at 9.8 white, that's awesome. Have a look at that, guys. She is pretty. She is pretty. Congratulations, Luke. I'm glad you got that 9.8. And guys, that'll do it for me. Let's go over and see what you guys are saying really quick. Custom made everything. Tim says, oh, so it just makes it look cooler. That's worth the $5. I think so. In some cases, yes. Davy Clare says, send in 1 or 2 of your books. Oh, we said that already. Okay, Peter G, I know you have higher value books than the ASM 361 that you could submit. I do, but I got to work on them a lot more than I do the 361. That's the problem, Pete. That's the problem. P. Bale says, I personally would rather have a purple label than have a book with all those gouges. I'm probably in the minority, but man, that is really jarring looking. Yes, I agree. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I wish I had the link to the video where I unboxed that book. And I don't know how Mike's going to feel about that. I just know he didn't want to see the purple on there. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. People just don't want to have that purple label, right? Peter says, in my opinion, color touch should be qualified label. But purple is there specifically to say that there's been restoration, right? So, yeah. A Cerebus 8 just sold at Heritage for $9,000. Wow. You've got a nice copy, I believe, James, right? You know? So there you go. All right, guys, listen. That's it for me. I will be back again this week. I have to, because I have 3 more. For sure, I've got 3 more boxes to unveil to you, my friends. So be sure to hit that notification bell. Hit that subscribe button. If you didn't take part in the chat tonight, that's okay. But maybe next time you might want to. And I'd love to hear from you, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your opinions. If you didn't talk in our chat today, maybe you want to say something in our comment section below. I'll respond to that as well. To any questions or comments, any of the books you see here today, books you have your eye on, or whatever. Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Guys, that's it for me. Have a great night. I'm out of here. Until next time, arrivederci. And bye for now. See ya.